Good day, ma'am. So, I'm Arana M. Dubol. So, what I've learned in the midterm is the chapter 1 is the interactive design. So, interactive design is to develop interactive products that are usable. So, having said that, I mean that the products should be easy to learn and effective to use. Not to the point that the interactive products should makes us confused and learn about poorly designed. And a lot of manufacturers still lack in this part. So, I've learned in every chapter this midterm. So, given the modules that I've read, here's the new knowledge that I've gathered in the first chapter that tackled about the interaction design. So, interactive design is to develop interactive products that are usable. So, having said that, I mean that the product should be easy to learn and effective to use. Not to the point that the products makes us confused to use and to learn because of poorly design. And a lot of manufacturers lack in this part. So, in terms of making and building the interactive products, you should consider where is it going or who is it going to use. So, we should be considerate. So, because of course, sometimes there are good and bad designs, and there's our pros and cons of about our action. So we should be considerate these things. And I've also learned the usability and the user experience goals, like we need to prioritize these needs of the customers or the consumer for the convenience of the users. So in the chapter 2, I have learned about the double diamond design, which they have the design and discover, develop, and deliver. So it is this double diamond design which makes us to categorize and organize every details, every minimal details, like designing your innovation, your design. You need to make an assumption, perceptions, and everything. And you use the critical thinking skills to make a new innovation. So every minimal detail should be think clearly and wisely. And in the chapter 3, I've learned about the conceptualization, the assumption, like what I said, the assumption of every design. Every opinion is a must. You should be consider about every opinion that you've heard and other people. So every chapter is connected to each other. Like it is more tackled in creating or designing your innovation. It is just every chapter, it is your step up, like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. It taught us to make or do something that to do something good. So we need to think about every details, like the consumers can accept your proposed design or innovations. So in other words, parang gusto mong makuha yung loob nila sa proposed design na ginagawa mo. So all you need to do is to responsible, think about the pros and cons, like what I've said. And every decision you make, you just think about the pros and cons, the people who will be affected, and also the consumer. It is not just you. It is also the consumer or the customer who trusted your design. So we should be considerate and a lot of things like that. So in chapter 4, taught us that every design's implication, you have a lot to consider, such as readable, easier to use, because like what I said, there's a good and bad design. So you need to make a pros about every design. So it is readable, it is usable, easy to use for the consumers. So you need to every details you need to verify, and a lot of technique that you need to try to make your design acceptable and usable.